The wet head is back. If you didn't see yesterday's video, you wouldn't have any idea what I was talking about. It's probably a good idea to watch my videos in sequence because a lot of times I make references to something I said before and then you'd be like, what is she talking about? Apparently in yesterday's video when I was talking about my hair, apparently it was greasy because every day after, well, not every day, but if I wash my hair, I put argan oil in it to try to calm down the frizz. And apparently I put way too much because my hair didn't dry yesterday. If you put too much argan oil in your hair, it won't dry. It'll just be wet looking all day long. So didn't make that mistake today. Had to rewash my hair because it was greasy. So today when I put the argan oil in, I made sure that I only put it in the length part of my hair. Because if you put it like from here up, yeah, it gets too greasy. So, yeah, sorry, my hair is wet yet again. Alright, so anyway, who cares, right? Today's video is going to be about Essence single eyeshadows. And maybe you've seen these at Ulta or Target and been curious about them. Essence has a lot of different kinds of eyeshadows. They have their single eyeshadow line. Then they have their 3D eyeshadows, which are the duos. Then they have small palettes. They have larger palettes. They have a lot of different kinds of eyeshadows. So today I'm going to talk about their single eyeshadows. And Essence, in case you don't know, is owned by a company called Cosnova. And Cosnova owns Essence and Catrice is the other brand they have. Now, Catrice is at some Ultas, but not very many. I've never seen it at an Ulta, and I've been to a lot of Ultas. And so if you're lucky enough to have Catrice at your Ulta, awesome, because that's like the sister brand of that company. And so anyway, yeah, the Essence single eyeshadows, Essence is constantly switching it up. So right now there are 10 shades of their single eyeshadows, but you'll notice over time all of a sudden some of the shades will just disappear and some new ones will appear. So they keep switching it up to make things interesting. So I thought I would review the 10 shades that are in their current line so that if you decided to get some Essence single eyeshadows, you wouldn't get stuck with any duds. Because honestly, Essence is so hit and miss as a brand, as most brands are. You know, every brand out there has their good products and their not so good products. So I'm going to show you the 10 shades in the line and let you know which shades I think are fantastic, especially for the price. The eyeshadows are, single eyeshadows are only $1.99. So the ones that are great, absolutely you should have them to play with. And some of them not so great, and maybe you want to avoid those shades. And then some fall somewhere in the middle. You know, you can kind of make them work with an eyeshadow primer or, you know, maybe some brush expertise. But yeah, so let's go over the 10 shades that they sell. Now, there's 10 shades at Target and only 9 at Ulta. The one that Ulta doesn't carry, you're not missing anything because it's one of the duds. So, all right, maybe we should start with, let's start with the ones that I think are excellent. Okay, so there are 3 shades in the line that I think are exceptional. And these would be my must-haves from the line. The first one is Snowflake. And it's number 1. And it is a white. Now, you can do so much with a white eyeshadow. You know, you can use it as a brow bone highlight. You can use it as an inner corner highlight. There's just, you know, a lot you can do with a white eyeshadow. You can even put it on your lids if you want to. I think personally that might be a little harsh, but anyway, This is definitely one of the best ones in the line. And oh, there are multiple finishes within the line. So there's metallic, there's matte, there's shimmer, and this one is, oh, they don't identify it on here, but I can kind of tell that this is a metallic. And as you can see, this one is super, super pigmented. So it's just a really, really pretty white metallic shade. And if you're thinking to yourself, oh, that's too bright to use as a brow bone highlight, not really, because if you just dip your brush ever so slightly in there and buff it into that area, it will be fine. I kind of pressed hard with my finger to get this swatch so that you could get a better idea of the color and the texture. But you can absolutely use this as a brow bone highlight. And as an inner corner highlight, that's really going to pop. So go easy with that brush. All right, so the next shade that I think is a must-have is number 3, Rosy Flamingo. And this is a beautiful light rose pink. Now, you could wear this on the lids. You could use this as a face highlight if you wanted to, a cheek highlight. You could also use this as an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight. It's just, there's so much you can do with this, and it's so, so pretty. Gorgeous. So that's number 3, Rosy Flamingo. That is also a must-have. Okay, next up is number 8, and it's called Apricota. And I have this on my lids right now, and it's a beautiful light peach color. Something you should know about the packaging on these eyeshadows is, you know, it's just plastic, inexpensive packaging. So many times I've bought Essence single eyeshadows and brought them home and not realized that it got dropped at the store before I even purchased it. And when I go to open it, it breaks. And that's what happened with this one. So I can still just place the cover on top, but yeah, so you might want to try to give the packaging a once over, you know, look at it really well before you buy it, and see if it has any cracks or anything in it, because the packaging is somewhat fragile. But that wouldn't stop me from wanting to purchase it, because I do really like Essence. All right, so Apricota. This is a gorgeous light peach, and it has gold shimmer in it. So even though I have it on my lids, that's what it looks like swatched. So this one is more of a shimmer, I would say. The first two looked pretty metallic to me, especially the first one. But this one is a shimmer. And of course, I'm just guessing because, like I said, it doesn't specify on the package. So that is Apricota. Now, those are the 3 that I would say are must-haves. So the next 3 that I'm going to show you are very good, but I wouldn't say excellent, but definitely still worth purchasing. So these would be like the next tier. This is number 16, Triple Choc, CHOC, like an abbreviation for chocolate. And this is a matte brown, and I have this in the crease today. This is gorgeous. I love it. And the reason why I put it in the second tier instead of the first tier is because it's not as pigmented as I would like. So instead of doing 1 pass in the crease, I had to do 2. That's fine. It only takes a few more seconds to just put a little more product on your brush and buff it into the crease. But I love the shade of this brown. really gorgeous, like light chocolate brown. I love it. And the texture is really nice for a matte, because mattes, well, you know how mattes can be sometimes, right? Dry and dusty and crumbly. This isn't like that. This is really, really nice. So this is triple chalk. And see, it's light, but I like it. Definitely still worth getting. Just a really gorgeous color. Perfect crease color. And the next one that I would put in my second tier is number 18, All I Need. And this is a gold with gold and silver shimmer in it. Really, really pretty. And the next one is number 19, the Grammy Goes Glammy. And I used this as a brow bone highlight today. And this is I would say this is a gold with silver shimmer. And the way that it is different from the last one that I showed is it's just a lighter gold. Here they are side by side. So they're somewhat similar, but I mean, I can definitely see the difference. The Grammy Goes Glammy is light enough to use as a brow bone highlight or on the lids, whereas All I Need is just slightly darker, and I would say would be more appropriate for a crease shade. So let me swatch the Grammy Goes Glammy for you. So see, that's just lighter. So I have that as a brow bone highlight, very lightly and blended pretty well. And again, you could use that as an inner corner highlight. A lot of these shades you could do as a face highlight. Just really, really versatile colors. So that completes the second tier of what I would recommend. All right, next is a shade that, to be honest with you, I didn't know what category to put it in. I didn't know whether to put it in that last category or put it in the category that I was going to do next. What I'm talking about is number 21. It's called Keep Calm and Berry On. I think this is worth getting. It's just not very pigmented at all. It's a beautiful berry shade. And the way that I like to use these types of berry or burgundy eyeshadows is I use them as a transition shade. And I love to take something like this, which I did today. I have it on today, but you can't really see it that well because it's not very pigmented. But you have to be careful with burgundy eyeshadows, because if you do more than a little bit, it can look kind of crazy, and so you have to be careful. So this is my transition shade today, even though you probably can't tell. So I have that on very lightly as a transition, and then I put the chocolate one over it in the crease and just a tiny bit lower. But yeah, I think this is still worth getting because it's on my ring finger right there. Yeah, this is not pigmented at all. So that's 2 swipes. But I think it is worth getting because if you had a super pigmented burgundy shade, it's pretty tough to work with. So this is so easy that I think it's, you know, maybe good in a way that it's not that pigmented. That way you don't have to worry about messing it up if you decide to do this as a transition. So it's just got a nice berry glow to it. So yeah, I guess I would put that in the second tier. All right, so now we come to the last tier, and honestly, I would skip these 3 and, you know, save your money because to me they're really not worth getting. we have number 10 Dance Mauve, and this is the one that they have at Target and they don't have it at Ulta. And it's too bad that the formula on this one is not good because the color is stunning. It's just a light purple with silver shimmer. But it's just so subtle. I don't know. The color is so gorgeous that it's almost worth getting and then just keep building it up, building it up, building it up. So let's see, if I swirl my finger a second time, yeah, all right. Let's put this in the second category because look, I mean, how pretty is that? So maybe it is worth getting then. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Now what happens when I swatch it though? Is it going to disappear? Yeah, see, once, and this is what would happen when you applied it to your eye. It would just pretty much disappear. And if it's that hard to see on my fair skin, anybody that's not really fair, you wouldn't be able to see it at all. I mean, you could try putting like a similar colored base under it, but I don't know. To me, it's not worth it to have to work that hard at it, but it is such a pretty color. And then next is called Rosy Happiness. And this is it's a mauve, but it's like more of a rosy type mauve, and it's got gold shimmer in it. But it's a rose. And it could very well be that the reason why I don't care for this color is because see how it swatches against my finger? I have a lot of pink and red in my skin, so it's not that flattering on me, but maybe if you were, if you didn't have a lot of red in your skin, maybe this would be alright, but it's really not very pigmented at all. Yeah, let me swatch this on like a whiter part of my arm. Yeah, there's nothing there. It's gone. So yeah, skip this. It has absolutely no pigmentation on it. Even if you build it up, build it up, build it up, it's just not going to be there. So take a pass on Rosy Happiness. And then last is number 11, and it's called Tiffany. It's Tiffunny. Tiff Funny. It's just kind of a play on words. And this is a super sparkly, chunky silver. And this is Fallout City. Nothing, when you swatch this, it's nothing but big, chunky glitter that gets everywhere. And yeah, I just don't, you can't work with this. Even if you use like glitter glue or something, it's just going to go everywhere. I did try to use it one day and it was just a big mess. So definitely, yeah, see, so it doesn't really have any color behind it. It's just glitter, and now that's going to go everywhere. Okay, so those last three shades, yeah, skip it. It's just not worth it. But the rest of them, for $2 a piece or $1.99 plus tax, definitely worth it. And it will give you some fun colors to play with. And, you know, they're not like the best eyeshadows in the world, but I think that those, especially those first three I showed you, are so pretty and very nice formula, very easy to work with, and worth having. So check out your local Ulta and Target for these, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.